we do want to talk about what our investment thesis is because we think it's pretty compelling and we have so much conviction in what we're doing. And I think that has led to our ability to raise a lot of money around this.
Okay.
So far.
Yeah, we'd love to hear more about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So historically, and in the baby boomer generation, their family's peak spending power was at age 55. That's because they were single income households. That's when the male earned the most money. And they were having on average 2.5 kids. So they needed more space. They didn't need to be as close to work because one parent was working. And so that led to people moving to New Jersey, moving to Long Island, more like real suburban areas.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, millennials are having on average 1.5 kids and they're dual income earning households. So their max spending power is at age 35 instead of age 55. And since both parents are working, they need to be close for work. They don't want to be in Manhattan. They'd rather be in lower density zoning. And also the schools in the areas that we're buying are phenomenal. And so the perfect middle ground are these brownstone Brooklyn neighborhoods because very close proximity to Manhattan where people work, but you also get that suburban feel and it's lower density areas and it's just a higher quality of life. And so what we're seeing is a flood of demand in these brownstone Brooklyn neighborhoods, but there's way more demand than there is supply, particularly in 2 and 3 bedroom apartments that suits the actual needs of these younger families. And also the townhome market, as you guys probably know, has absolutely skyrocketed.
Yeah, you guys have talked about it on your podcast.
Yeah.
You can't really
buy our business right
can't
now.
buy a townhome for less than like $6 million in these neighborhoods. And so there's still very affluent young families that want to live in these neighborhoods, but like can't afford a $6 million townhome. And so what do? They need to rent a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment, but there's just no supply. And so part of our thesis is buying buildings with larger floor plates where we can convert the units into 2 or 3 bedroom apartments and really meet and alleviate some of the supply and demand imbalance.
Apartments with actual living space, they can have a table, they can have that, no, for sure.
Exactly.
And we think it's great tenants too because their kids will go to the public school,
Yeah.
they're very sticky, and they can kind of age in place in our building.